Alright, let's get this thing underway. Greetings from Lenawee County in the great state of Michigan. I am the Lenawee Trekker. It is June 12th, I think. And it is currently 68 degrees down here, which yesterday, 24 hours ago, at the same time, it was 96 degrees. Where everything you touched immediately burst into flames and killed you. So I stayed inside. I've got a branch that's laying down alongside the house that came off the tree during a bad storm last year, and it's just been laying there. Well, now the grass is growing up around it, and I'm getting a little tired of looking at it. So I have a sawzall, which is not big enough. My blade is not big enough to cut it. Cool. And I am in need of something a little bit bigger. Now, I've been thinking chainsaw, but I don't want one of them gas-powered jobbies or two-stroke jobbies. Little electric one, that'll do. I don't want one of the little battery operated ones because I want something that can actually cut. And this branch is like about 12 inches in diameter. So first off, my sawzall blade is 10 inches long. I can do the little branches with it, but I can't do the main part of the trunk. And I'm getting real tired of having to back my bike out of the driveway instead of going all the way around and just like I normally do. So it's becoming a pain in the ass. So I'm going to make a little trip up to Harbor Frieght. I've already been to Sears on Friday, and it's like, no, I don't want your little plastic chainsaw. But I'm also going to check out Barnes & Noble. I've recently bought all the seasons of Stargate SG-1. And I'm on season 10. I'm really enjoying all these, and I had a laugh fit off of their episode 200. I was just laughing my ass off. They made fun of everything. I think it was hilarious. I'm on the last couple episodes on season 10, and I've got a taste for travel through the Stargate now. So I'm gonna go see if they've got Atlantis up there at Barnes & Noble. They probably do. And if the prices are reasonable like they were for SG-1, I might pick up the whole damn series. Of course, if they're gonna be ridiculous about it, then forget it. I can live without it. I wasn't a big fan of it when it came out on TV, and I've seen a bunch of them on at a buddy's house. So again, I wasn't a big fan of it. I still think they should have killed off the character of Rodney McKay. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. So my opinion counts for zip. Woohoo! I love it. Well, here we are in civilization again. Nothing like Ann Arbor traffic to make you wonder if your health insurance premium is paid on time. Alright. Step one in my evil plan to overthrow the world. Well, if I can. It'd be horrible if I can't overthrow the world because traffic's keeping me out of Barnes & Noble. Gotta have the whole road. There we go. Alright, let's go see what we can find out. Alright, stage one of my horrific plan has come to fruition. They did have all seasons of Stargate Atlantis, and they were all deeply discounted, so they're still trying to get rid of the Stargate stuff, which works in my favor because I'm a cheapskate. And hey, you know what it is. It's when you're planning to overthrow the world, it costs a lot of money, and you know, hey, you just got to do what you got to do, right? Right. So it is what it is. All right, now we're off to see if they've got that Portland electric chainsaw. I don't need anything very big or very powerful. I just need something that'll actually cut a 12-inch diameter branch. And I don't need to cut it down a whole hell of a lot. I just need to chop it down into like little sections where people who have like wood stoves can use it. Because quite frankly, I know I'm never going to use it. So if somebody can get some use out of it in the neighborhood, it's all theirs. So if they actually do have them in stock, I can guarantee they're going to make a sale today. I don't want to buy a chainsaw, but considering that it looks like the tree branch that came down alongside the house, it looks like it basically fell off because of the storm and because of carpenter ants. So I'm thinking I'm going to have more issues to deal with in the future. Ah, there we go. Well, somebody's yelling something at me. I don't know what it is, so nor do I really care. Alright, let's see if we can't find this cheapo chainsaw. It only has to last for one branch, really. Alright, as you can see, they do have them. But as you can also see, I have another problem. Let's see what we can do here. When in doubt, cheat. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Get this down through here. Over to. Oh no, you don't. Oh, this might not be so bad. That might not be so bad. All right. Great. Now I'll just look like some sort of psycho driving around on the streets with a chainsaw hooked to his bike. I'll just hook that right there. Yes, I do know the history of Harbor Frieght. But hey, you know, I also have to give Harbor Frieght a lot of credit. I bought the extended warranty, it's 12 bucks, you know, and chainsaws come out to like $44, some and change. And I do know their history, but hey, I bought a vacuum pump back in my days with Whalen from Harbor Frieght. I was out here doing something, I don't remember, it was a compressor for someone. And the vacuum pump that I had in the truck gave up the ghost. It would run, but no pumping action. So it's like, okay, I gotta do something. I gotta do something really fast. And I went over to Harbor Frieght. They had a vacuum pump. I bought it, filled it up with the oil, got the thing up and running, and it did just fine. To the best of my knowledge, it's still in the truck, still working just fine. And when I came to this place where I'm working now, the boss bought me a bunch of stuff and basically took it off my paycheck over a period of like 9 months. So it worked out. But the pump that they bought me had really thin material on the pump housing, and my assistant decided he wanted to just throw it into the truck, and it hit one of the metal brackets, and it cracked the area around the drain plug because it was too thin. Well, I didn't think anything of it until I lost all the oil from the pump, and then when I pulled the drain plug out, the housing cracked. So on a day, it was a Saturday, we went up to the Harbor Frieght up on Gratiot, and well, let's see if lightning will strike twice. I bought like a little vacuum pump, the one that's supposed to get down to 50 microns, and I found out when I just let that thing run wild for about half an hour, it gets down to about 40 microns. It's like, whoa, you've got to be kidding me. It's either my micron gauge is either miscalibrated, or they're just being very conservative with their estimates on that pump. And yeah, lightning did strike twice on that one. So well, I checked into the Portland brand that they were advertising, and I found some good reviews on it. I only found one really bad review on it. They've got one particular tool. It's a chainsaw. It's an extended chainsaw. I don't know if I want to get a chainsaw that you can use to cut branches off over your head. I think that's a little stupid. And that's all I got to say for right now. Runaway Trekker, out.